Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, checking your phone, and realizing that a complete ghost, someone with no face, no name, and no country, is officially one of the richest people on planet Earth. A person who owns over 1 million bitcoins, worth tens of billions of dollars, sitting in a digital wallet that hasn't been touched in over 15 years. It sounds like a Hollywood movie, right? But it's 100% real. Today, we are diving deep into the absolute craziest mystery in human history, the story of Satoshi Nakamoto. And look, if you're new to the Nexus network, do yourself a huge favor right now. Smash that subscribe button. We drop untold financial mysteries every single week. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next one. Go ahead, click it real quick. I'll wait. Done? Awesome. Let's get into it. To truly understand this mind-blowing story, we have to travel back in time to the year 2008. The global financial system was completely collapsing. Massive banks were going bankrupt, people were losing their life savings, and nobody trusted the government anymore. The world was in absolute chaos. But right in the middle of this dark period, a mysterious user named Satoshi Nakamoto appeared on an obscure internet cryptography mailing list. He published a short 9-page document called the Bitcoin Whitepaper. Satoshi basically said, hey, the traditional banking system is broken. Let's create a digital currency that doesn't need banks, governments, or politicians. A currency controlled entirely by the people. At first, everyone thought he was just a crazy internet nerd. But then on January 3rd, 2009, Satoshi officially launched the Bitcoin network. He mined the very first block, known as the Genesis block, and embedded a secret text message inside the code. It was a headline from a British newspaper about banks failing. He was literally mocking the global financial elite. For the next 2 years, Satoshi worked tirelessly online. He communicated with a tiny group of early developers through emails and forum posts. But here is the eerie part. He never revealed a single personal detail. No video calls, no voice notes, nothing. His writing style was British, but his coding hours suggested he lived in the United States. He was a complete enigma. By 2010, Bitcoin was starting to gain real traction. It was no longer a worthless internet toy. People were actually beginning to use it. And just as things were getting serious, the worst thing possible happened. In December 2010, Satoshi Nakamoto posted his final message on the Bitcoin forum. It wasn't some grand goodbye speech. He just talked about a few minor software updates. A few months later, in April 2011, he sent a private email to a fellow developer. He wrote exactly this: I've moved on to other things. It's in good hands with Gavin and everyone. And just like that, poof, he vanished from the face of the earth. He deleted his email accounts, logged out of the forums, and became a ghost. But he left something massive behind. Inside the blockchain, Satoshi owns a massive fortune. Because he mined the earliest coins, he controls roughly 1.1 million Bitcoin spread across thousands of wallets. As the price of Bitcoin skyrocketed over the years, this ghost became a multi-billionaire. At its peak, Satoshi Nakamoto was in the top 15 richest people alive. Yet, those wallets have sat completely frozen for over a decade. Not a single coin has ever been moved or spent. Why? If you had $40 billion, could you just walk away and never touch it? Think about that for a second. And while you're thinking, drop a like on this video if you're enjoying the story so far. For over 10 years, internet sleuths, journalists, and the FBI have spent millions of dollars trying to answer one simple question: who is Satoshi? Over the years, a few prime suspects have emerged, and their stories are absolutely wild. Suspect number one is a brilliant American computer scientist named Hal Finney. Hal was actually the neighbor of a guy named Dorian Nakamoto, which is a crazy coincidence. Hal was the very first person to ever download the Bitcoin software, and he received the first ever Bitcoin transaction directly from Satoshi. Many people believe Hal was Satoshi, and the reason the coins have never moved is because Hal tragically passed away in 2014 from a terminal illness. If Hal was Satoshi, the secret cryptographic keys to that $40 billion fortune might be buried with him forever. Suspect number two is an extremely secretive cryptographer named Szabo. Years before Bitcoin even existed, Nick designed a digital currency concept called BitGold. The mechanics were almost identical to Bitcoin. When linguistics experts analyzed Satoshi's writings, Nick Szabo's grammar and phrasing matched perfectly. Nick has repeatedly denied being Satoshi, but the entire crypto community looks at him with huge suspicion. There's suspect number 3, the government. Some conspiracy theorists believe Bitcoin wasn't created by a single man, but by a secret agency like the NSA or the CIA as a massive financial experiment. In fact, if you translate the name Satoshi Nakamoto from Japanese, it roughly means Central Intelligence. Creepy, right? But here's the most terrifying part of this entire mystery. The world's financial system now has a ticking time bomb built into it. Right now, Bitcoin is a multi-trillion-dollar asset class. Major Wall Street companies, billionaires, and even entire countries like El Salvador own it. The entire market is built on trust. But remember those 1.1 million Bitcoins that Satoshi owns? If Satoshi Nakamoto is still alive, and if he suddenly logs into his computer tomorrow and dumps all of his coins onto the market, it would trigger the absolute biggest financial crash in human history. The crypto market would completely collapse to zero instantly. Wall Street would panic, and billions of dollars would evaporate in seconds. The fact that the entire crypto industry depends on the silence of a ghost is truly insane. So, who do you think Satoshi Nakamoto really is? Was it Hal Finney, a secret government agency, or someone we've never heard of? Before you click away, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications. Here at Nexus, we are just getting started, and our next video is going to dive into an even bigger financial scandal that will blow your mind. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Stay safe, stay smart, and I will see you in the next one. Nexus out.